In the name of Allah, how are you students? Today inshallah we will talk about a new topic which is called about the real number system, measurement and arithmetic operations. Let's see what we have here. Let's start. This is the topic number 1. Real number. What do you mean by real number? Now we will see inshallah lots of sets, lots of different sets of numbers, and each one of them it's called and it has a real name, or for example it has a unique name for each set. Common number sets, مجموعة الأعداد, common number sets. There are sets of a number that are used so often that have a special name and symbols. Have special name ورمز معين. First of all, natural numbers. This is the symbol we use it, n. And the natural number it will be what? It contain what? The whole numbers from 1 upwards, or in some fields it's called from 0 till upwards. So we will start from 0 till upwards. And this is the sets. For example, this is the sign of what? هذا رمز كيف نكتب المجموعة. وهالطريقة نكتب رمز المجموعة. This is not brackets. This is not a bracket. This is a brackets. This is for the sets. So the sets for natural number is 1, 2, 3 or 0, 1, 2, 3. So only the positive numbers with 0 also. The other one is integers. In integers, the symbol for integers is Z. The whole numbers, whether positive, negative, 0. So the integers contains what? Positive, negative, and 0. This is the integers. This is the sets of integers. For example, 1, 2, 3, or negative 1, minus 1, and minus 2, and minus 3, or 0. Rational numbers. Rational numbers, it's the symbol of this one is a Q. And what we have here, what contain? The numbers that can be represented as A divided by B. Any number we can represent it as A divided by B, will be in a rational number. Where, be careful here, where A and B are integers. لازم ال A will be يكونوا integers, ما يكون decimal or anything, just it could be positive, negative, and 0. But we cannot do, or we cannot use ال B as a 0. It will not do anywhere. We will not use a B as a 0. Please don't forget that. We cannot use a B as a 0. We can use any number, positive and negative and 0, but el B, we cannot do it as a 0. And this one representation in a repeating R or terminating. So what we have here, he say if we have a repeating decimal repeating and terminating, that's mean, for example, if we have a number like this one, 0.8787, 87. It's the repeating one. So this is immediately will be what? Will be in a queue immediately. The repeating one. أي عدد متكرر إذن على طول نعتبره وين في الراشنال. Here we have an example. 1.5. Why? Because 1.5 in a rational number. Why? Because we can write it as 3/2. So this is a rational. Also, minus 0.001. Why? Because we can write it as minus 1 divided by 1000. So if we can write it like this, A over B, immediately إذا كنا نقدر نكتبها على شكل بسط ومقام على طول يكون من ضمن الراشنال. Also this one, 0.3333. Here, see, this we have a repeating. A repeating is written as 0.3 and with this dash نسوي خط فوق ال 3. الرقم المتكرر فقط. And this is also, it will be what? In the rational number. 5.2727. Also here we have a repeating. and we can write it as C. وين الخط سويناه؟ الاثنين والسبعة اللي هم الأعداد اللي تتكرر. So this also will be in Russian number. That's it. But the other one, it's an irrational number. Irrational number الأعداد الغير نسبية والغير ما تقدر نكتبها على شكل بسط ومقام اللي هو the symbol is P. The symbol is P. Numbers that can be represented as no repeating and no terminating decimal numbers. For example, we have this one, 0.39940020023. This is not a repeating one, so immediately will be where? In the irrational number. And also we have this one, the square root of 2, square root of 2. If we use our calculator and we do the square root of 2, الجذر التربيع الاثنين, it will give us like this, 1.4142135562. So this is not an repeating one. Immediately will be in irrational number. Also this one, pi. This one, pi. This is, we use it in a circle. This is also immediately it will be in irrational number. And also we have real numbers, R. Real numbers, R. This is the whole numbers. All rational and irrational numbers. All the rational and irrational numbers. They can also be positive and negative and zero. Also positive and negative and zero. Includes the algebraic numbers and transcendental, including the algebraic numbers and the transcendental numbers. So the real numbers are, it contains the whole numbers, For example, the square root of 2 and all of these example for the real numbers, for the whole things. This is the big one, the big sets. But we have also the another one, it's the imaginary numbers. Imaginary numbers, الأعداد التخيلية, الخيالية. The symbol of this one is I. This is the imaginary numbers. Numbers that when squared give a negative results. For example, this is, let me see for this one. It's also, for example, what we say. For example, we have the square root of minus 9. Square root of minus 9. In our real number, in our real life, we don't have this one. We cannot use our calculator and we do the square root of minus 9. It will give us nothing. But this is what? This is an imaginary number. It will give us 3i. 3i. This is the I. This is the imaginary number. Also, this one example, 6i. Also minus 5.2i. So this is what? This is the unit of imaginary numbers. The square root of minus 1 is equal what? Is equal this one. This is the rule of the imaginary number. So I square, if we do I square, will give us what? Minus 1. This is we will not see it in our real life. This is an imaginary numbers. And the other one, the last one, we have a complex numbers. Complex numbers. This is, we wrote it as a C. Complex number, this is a contain together. Combination of together. Real part and imaginary part. For example, 1 plus 39i minus 4 plus 3i. So this is what? And a complex. And here we have, this is a line numbers that we have to know. So here we have what? A positive numbers, and here we have a negative numbers, and with the 0 in the middle. Let's do an example. Write the proper name of the following number. Of the following number based on the real sets. So نكتب إيش؟ كل رقم يدخل في أي sets. For example, the first one, minus 54 to the power 3. Minus 54 to the power 3. This will give us a minus result. A minus result. If we do in our calculator, it will give us what? A minus result will have like this one. This is equal minus 1, 5, 7464. What do you mean by minus 54 to the power 3? That's meaning it's we multiply minus 54 3 times. So what do you mean when we have minus? This is also in what? In the integers. This is an integer number. The other one, minus 2 divided by 5. This is minus 2 divided by 5 is also what? It's a rational. Because we can write it as A and B. بسط مقام 23. This is, we can write it as a natural. And also as what? As an integer. By, this is immediately for irrational. Irrational. 3.9 with dash. So this is meaning what? A repeating 3.99999 like this one. So this is what? A rational. The square root of 3. Let's do in our calculator square root of 13. We will have like this 3.605551275. So this is not a repeating one. So this is an irrational. 39, a positive one, so it is a natural or an integer. 9 divided by 4, this is what? Is a rational. The square root of 623, let's do in our calculator, 623. It will give us what? 2495996, something like that, which is not a repeating. So this is irrational number. 11 divided by 10, this is a rational. The square root of 25, when we have in our calculator, we'll find what? It's 5, only 5. So this is a natural or integer, because I'm only a 5. 1.3, 1.3. When we will have a decimal 1.3, this is what? Let's see in our calculator, we write 1.3. It will give us what? This is like 13 divided by 10. So this is a rational number. And this one is not a repeating, it's irrational. Irrational what? Number. 0.82. 0.82 also we can write it as 41 divided by 50. فقط استخدم الحسابة واكتب هذا الرقم وشوف ايش يعطيك بسط مقام. فبالتالي هذه ايش؟ it is an irrational. 3/8, this is an also rational. Minus 0.2, 0.2 is give us what? Also minus 1 divided by 5. So we can write it as بسط مقام A and B. So this is what? A rational. And this is a repeated one. This is not needed because an repeated one we solve it already. That's it. So now we have to move to the another one, another subjects, which is called about the symbol and decimal fraction. لا هذا شارحينه. نفس ممكن هذه بس. Okay, let's do that one by using a calculator. Solve the following numbers by using a calculator. So I guess when we use a calculator, we have to input all these numbers in our calculator, and we will find this number 73426 plus 508134 minus 814527 and minus 2687 will be, this is the result, minus 2, 3, 5, 6, 5, and 4. And also the other one, 143 plus 2535 minus 5764217. And this will be minus 573749. That's it. Okay, multiplying and division. And we have now multiplying and division. This is the multiplying and division. First of all, we can use dot. We can use dot instead of multiplication sign x. And this is the multiplication sign, okay? Instead of using this one, we will use what? A dot. For example, 3 multiplied by 4, the same thing is 3.4. Rules for multiplication and division. Here, this is the rules for the multiplication and division. It's the same rules for the two, both of them. It's an easy one. When we have different signs, it will give us what? Minus. But when the sign says the same things for the two numbers, will give us what? A positive. Okay. For example, here, let us give us an example. For example, we have 3 dot minus 1. This will give us what? Positive and negative. It's negative. 3 multiply our 3 dot 1. It will give us what? Minus 3. The same things for the division. Here we have some examples. 5 dot minus 3. Positive and negative, it will give us negative. 5.3 is what? Our 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. And again here, minus 6 divided by plus 2. It will give us minus 3. Because minus and positive is minus. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. Minus 5 multiplied by minus 3. Minus 5 dot minus 3. This will give us what? Positive 15. Minus 16 divided by minus 4. This will give us what? Positive 4. Sequence of arithmetical operations. Here we have, this is the operation that we will use. We have brackets, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. The brackets is the strongest one, and later on it will give us till the weakest one. So from the strongest one till the weakest one. Okay, let's see the example. Here we have an example. We have an operation which is adding or addition and multiplication. So first of all, we start with this one for the multiplication. 5.2 will give us what? 10. And then 3 plus 10 will give us 13. The other one, we have a dot, which is a multiplication, and we have minus and positive or subtraction and addition, and again we have multiplication. So we will start from the multiply. This one, 7 multiply of 5 will give us what? 35. Then minus 2 plus 4. We will immediately do it down. We will do it later. I'm sorry for that one. So minus 2 will give us, we will do it down later. And now we will start with this one. 4 multiplied by 6. 4 multiplied by 6 is give us what? Plus or positive 24. And now we will start from left to right. 35 minus 2. 35 minus 2 will give us what? 33. And then plus 24. This will give us what? 33 plus 24 will give us 75. Great. Here also another examples. We have first of one, we have in brackets. So we will finish from the brackets and then we will see what we have. 5 minus 3 is what? Is 2. And then this will goes down. 2 multiplied by 2. Also this one 17 minus. Now we have multiplication and the subtraction. We will start for this one. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. And then 17 minus 4 is what? 17 minus 4 will give us 13. Also the other one, here we have what? 6 minus 2. This is in brackets. We will start for this one. 6 minus 2 is what? Is 4. And then this will goes down. 3 multiplied by 4. Here 11 minus 12 divided by 4 plus. So now we will see which one we will start. Now we have here the division, and also we have a multiplication. We will start from the left. The divided 12 divided by 4 will give us what? 3. And this is 11 will goes down, plus 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. Now we will start from left to right. 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3 will give us 8 plus 12. 8 plus 12 will give us 20. So this is the results. Find values for the following. Use calculator. So when we'll use calculator, it's easy for us. This is we can do it immediately by inserting in the calculator 7 multiply 5 minus 2 plus 4 multiply by 6 will give us immediately the results that what we found. 7 multiplied by 5 minus 2 plus 4 multiply again 6 will give us 57. Also the same things for the other one. It's easy by using the calculator. Okay, now let's move to the another subject, which is called a common factors. Common factors. العامل المشترك. Common factors. First of all, we have to find the easy one, the first one. Find the factor of 12. Find the factor of 12. And here, find the factor of, find the factor of 15. First of all, find the factor of 12. We have to write it what? We have to write the factors that give us 12. What's the two numbers we multiply together, it gives us 12. ايش الأعداد اللي نضربهم في بعض يعطينا 12 اللي هم 2 multiply by 6, 3 multiply by 4, 12 multiply by 1. So this is the factors. This is the factors of 12. And what about 15? The same things. 3 multiply by 5, 15 multiply by 1. This is the factors of 15. Clear? And when you find the factors of 2 or more numbers, and then find some factors are the same, common, then they are the common factors. لما نحن نوجد الفاكتورز يعني لما نوجد الفاكتورز for example لل 12 وال 15 ونشوف عدد متكرر، نشوف عامل متكرر بين الأعداد، فهذا يسمى وإيش؟ يسمى الكومن فاكتورز، العامل المشترك. For example قال لك find the common factors of 12 and 13. 12 and 30. First of all, we have to do what? Before of solving this exercise, let's talk about the prime number. Let's remember about the prime number and the composite number. What do you mean by prime number and composite number? The prime number اللي هو العدد الأولي. الأولي. والكومبوزيت نمبر اللي هو العدد الغير أولي، طبعا اللي هو العدد المشترك اللي هو يعني في ايش؟ في أكثر عن عامل، أكثر عن factors. البرايم نمبر we have just only two factors, only one and the number itself. For example, 3 is a prime. Why? Because only we have 3 multiplied by 1. That's it only. The same things for 5, also for 2, also for 7, 13, 11. This is all the prime numbers, all prime numbers. But what about the composite numbers? For example, 9 is a composite number. Why? Because it's multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 and also 9 multiplied by 1. So there is another two factors, not just one and itself. ما فقط العدد والعامل الوحدة، العامل يعني بنفسه. فهناك أعداد أخرى، هذا يسمى الكومبوزيت. وإيش نستفيد من هذا؟ راح نشوف الحين في هذا السؤال. For example, here we have a 12, we write it as 12, and also we have a 30. So now we will find it easy. How can we find the common factor? 12 is multiplied by what? We will use a prime number, okay? We will use a prime number here, divided by a prime number only. What's the prime number that we will use it? We will use these numbers, even 2, 3, 5, 7, for example, also 11, 13, like this. We will try only these numbers to divide it by these numbers. عشان نعرف ايش الاعداد اللي تقبل على 12 و30. راح نقسمها كل مره على هذه الاعداد اللي هم البرايم نمبر، ونشوف ايش اللي بيطلع معنا. الحين وش اقدر اقسم على ايش؟ اول حاجه على الاثنين اللي هو 2 divided by what؟ يعني ال 12 عباره عن ويش؟ 2 multiplied by 6. ال 2 is a prime number، خلاص هذا نوقف معاه ما نكمل. ال 6 نحلل اكثر، نفصل. 6 عباره عن كم في كم؟ 2 multiplied by 3. This is a prime number and this is a prime number, so we have to stop here. لما نوقف عند البرايم نمبر خلاص نوقف. الحين كيف اكتب الإجابة؟ How many 2's? 2 and 2, 2 times. So اكتب 2 to the power 2 because we have 2 times. Multiply by what? 3, the first one only 3. That's it. We will do the same things for 30. 30 divided by what? Is it 3 divided by 10. The 3 is a prime number, that's it. The 10 divided, it's equal by what? 2 multiplied by 5. So here a prime number, here a prime number. And that's it. This is the prime numbers for 30. And how many 2? Only 1. Multiply by 3, only 1. And multiply by 5, only 1. So that's it. This is for the 30. So now how we can find the common factor? How we find the common factor? How we will find the common factor between 12 and 30? ناخذ أقل تكرار بين الأعداد المتكررة. يعني here we have what? 2 to the power 2. 2 متكررة مرتين. وhere we have what? 2 متكررة مرة واحدة فقط. فالإجابة راح ناخذها ويش؟ 2. أقل تكرار مرة واحدة ضرب. أشوف هل في عدد آخر متكرر. يلا هذا في عدد آخر 3. Here 3 is 1 times. Here 3 is also 1 times. So راح نكتب also 3 لأنها متشتركة 1 times. So the result will be that one. 2 multiplied by 3 is equal 6. The 6 is the common factor between 12 and 30. Clear? 6 is the common factor between 12 and 30. But what about the 5? The 5 is only 1 here, only متكرر في مكان واحد فقط. فما نقدر نقارنها مع الثاني. Again, we will do another example. For example, we have this one, common factor. Find the common factor between 12 and 60. The same things we will have to do for 12 divided by 2. First of all, إذا ما يقبل قسم على 2 نشوف الثلاثة. إذا ما يقبل على 3 نشوف الخمسة. كل مرة أقسم على إيش؟ على البرايم نمبر. So 2 divided by 2 multiplied by 6. 6 is a composite. So 6 عبارة عن 2 by 3. That's it. So how many 2's? We have 2 times 2 to power 2 multiplied by 3. And what about 16? Is divided by 2, for example. It will be 2. It will be 2 multiplied by 8. 2 is a prime number. 8 divided by what? By 2 again. 2 multiplied by 4. 4 is what? 2 multiplied by 2. That's it. So how many 2's? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. So 2 multiplied by 4. 2 to the power 4, sorry. Now what's the common factor here? We will see what? The least repeating number. أقل عدد متكرر. أقل متكرر وين؟ 2 وش هنا أس 2. هنا 2 مرتين. هنا 2 أس 4. إذا وين الأقل؟ الأقل 2 أس 2، فبكتب 2 أس 2. الثلاثة متكررة هنا بس هنا ما موجودة، إذا فقط هذه هي الإجابة. What do you mean by 2 to the power 2? That's meaning 2 multiplied by 2 2 times, it will be equal 4. So this is the common factor between بين 12 and 16. Clear? That's it. If, for example, we have a big number, for example, between three numbers, for example, we have 1 2 5 and 1 3 5 and 1 5 5. We want the common factor between these three numbers. Don't worry, please. First of all, 1 2 5, we will divide it by 2, we will not have a result. Also 3, we will divide it by 5. It will be 5 multiplied by 25. 25, it's multiplied by what? 5 and 5. So how many 5s? How many 5? 3 times. So 5 to the power 3. So this is the 125. And what about the 135? Divided by what? We will try by 5. 135 divided by 5 will give us what? 5 multiplied by 27. And 27 divided by what? We will try 3. It will give us 3 multiplied by 9. And 9 is 3 multiplied by 3. So here we go. We have how many 3? 3 times 1 2 3. So 3 to the power 3 multiplied by 5. And then we will do for 155. 155 we will divide it by 5. 155 divided by 5, it will give us 5 multiplied by 31. And we will see the 31. Is there any number that we can divide by 31? 2 is not, 3 not, 5. So we will see the prime number, okay? We will see the prime number only. So there is nothing, only that's 2 numbers. So now we will write 5 multiplied by 31. Okay, now we will see what's the common factor between these numbers. Let's see here. Here are the 5 3 times, 5 1 times, 5 1 times. So وش اللي أقل تكرار؟ المرة واحدة. إذا we will write 5 only. ال 3 متكرر هنا 31 only، فما متكرر بين كلهم. فالإجابة راح تكون this is the common factor between 125, 135, 155. That's it. And let's see, this is a new subject, which is an easy one, but just please be careful. The rounding a number. First of all, we have what? We have rounding a number to the nearest tenth. When we say to the nearest tenth, that's mean what? One decimal place only, one decimal place. For example, 12.3, 12.3. Let's see here, one decimal place only. After the point, we have one number only. Rounding a number to the nearest hundredth. This is the meaning of two decimal places. Two decimal places. Do tenth, the same for one decimal place. Hundredth, the same for two decimal places. And this is an example of it. Rounding a number to the nearest thousandths. This is the same when we say three decimal places. And this is an example of it. Rounding a number to the nearest, the whole number. What do you mean by the whole number? This is the meaning of what? The number without a decimal, without a point. It's only 12. And here, this is the whole things that we have. But let's see this one. This is the rule that we will going to use it actually in this, the rounding number. If it is less than 5, so we will not round it up, but the number will be the same things. If it is more than 5, So we will round up by 1 by adding 1 to the number. Let's see the example and it will be easy for you. Rounding these to the nearest whole number. First of all, we want to round it to the whole number. So we have 7.7. Just do a square or for example a triangle for this. This is the whole number. This is the whole number. And now we will see after the point we have 7. 7 is more than what? More than 5. It is more than 5. So we will round it. 7 will give plus 1. We will add plus 1. So number will be, after rounding to the whole number, will be 8. And let's see the other example. Here we have 778. This is the whole number. So 4 is what? Is less than 5. So it will not give us anything. It will be the same result, 78. And this is to the whole number. But round 63.5679 to the 10th. What do you mean by 10th? Which is mean 1 decimal place only. So we will do a square or a triangle for this 1 decimal place only. For the first one, 5. And we will see 6. This is more than 5. More than 5. It will give us 1. When we will add it, it will give us 1. So it will be 63.6. Again, round 63 dot or point 5679 to the 100th. What do you mean by 100th? Which is mean 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. So we will do a square or a triangle for this 5, 6 for the 2 numbers. And we will see 7. 7 is more than 5. So it will give us 1. We will add it 1. 63.57. Round 63.5679 to the thousandths. When we say to the thousandths, that means we will take for the 3 decimal places, the first 3 decimal places, and we will see the 9. 9 is more than 5, so it will give us 1. And we will say 63.568. This is the result when we round it. Again, here they change the meaning of, for example, we will use 3 decimal place. Round 9.3469911 to the 3 decimal places. So this is uneasy. We will see, this is the 3 decimal places. We will see the 9. 9 is more than 5, will give us what? 1. It will be 9.347. Round the number, this number to the 2 decimal places. So the first 2 decimal places, we will see the other 1, 2. This is less than 5, so we will give us nothing. We will not add 1. It will be 9.56, the same number. Again, round the following. Round this number to the 10th. So the first decimal place, the one decimal place. 3 is less than 5, so when we will not give us anything, will give us nothing. It will be 63.5. And this one to the 100th. So the 2 decimal places. 2 is less than 5. Will give us nothing. It will be 79.5 and 6. And round this number to the thousandths. That's meaning the 3 decimal places. 1 is less than 5, so will not give us nothing. And it will be 63.951. Okay. Okay, now let's move to a new subject, which is called about the metric measurement. Metric measurement. هذه مال الأطوال. For example, first of all, we have a metric length. Metric length اللي هو الطول. Just please memorize that one. This is the shape, you have to memorize it and everything will be easy for you. This is for what? For the millimeter, centimeter, meter and kilometer. For example, if we wanted to convert, إذا نريد نحول convert from millimeter to centimeter, we have to divide it by what? By 10. And the same for the results, for the other one. Let's do an example. For example, we have to convert from centimeter to a millimeter. Centimeter to a millimeter. What we have to do? This one, centimeter to millimeter, we have to multiply by 10. Only multiply 9 by 10 will give us what? 90 millimeter. So now we convert it. حولناها. Which is more, 6 kilometer or 6,000 meter? Prove your answer. So first of all, we have to what? To convert one of them. We will do the same metric for one of them. نريد نستخدم وحدة واحدة اللي متشابهة بينهم. المتر نحولها إلى ويش؟ إلى الكيلومتر. So what we have to do, from 6,000 meter, we have to divide it by what? By 1,000. It will give us 6 kilometer. So here 6 kilometer and here 6 kilometer. So which is more? They are the same. Okay, the other one, here we have what? Here we have between foot and inch. Between foot and inch. Between foot and inch, from foot to inch, we multiply by 12. From inch to foot, we divide it by 12. Clear? So we have to memorize that one. This is the rule for this one. From foot, 1 foot is equal 12 inches. So if we want to convert from 6 feet to inch, what we have to do, from feet to inch, we just to multiply 6 multiplied by 12. Only that is 6 multiplied by 12. It will give us what? 72. But if we wanted to convert from an inch to feet, so we have to do what? 25 divided by 12. Divided by 12. So 25 divided by 12, it will give us 2.08333, something like that. Okay. And here we go. This is between what and what? This is between inch and millimeter. Inch and millimeter. To convert from inch to millimeter, we multiply by 25.4. And from millimeter to inch, we just divided by 25.4. Let's do an example. Convert from 12 inch to millimeter. 12 inches to millimeter. So guess we have to multiply 12 multiply by 25.4. 25.4, and that's it. So 12 multiplied by 25.4, this will give us what? 304.8. And the other one, convert from millimeter, 0.33 millimeter, to what? To inches. So we will divide it now by 12. So 0.33 divided by 25.4. 25.4. And this will have what? 0.33 divided by 25.4. We will have this result, 0.01299212598. Clear? For example, sometimes the question will be what? He will say, convert the following and round the result to the nearest, for example, tenth or hundredth or thousandths. For example, like this, or 1 decimal place or 2 decimal place. So you have to read the question clearly. إذا كتب لك في السؤال حول وكذلك قرب العدد، فلازم لما تجيب الناتج تقرب كذلك العدد. Clear? That's it. Here we have to know. And what about this also? This is from yard to inch and from yard to feet. From yard to inch and from yard to feet. From yard to inch, we have just to multiply by 36. From inch to yard, العكس, first affairs, From yard to inch, just we multiply by 36. From inch to yard, we divide it by 36. But from yard to feet, 1 yard is equal 3 feet. From yard to feet is multiplied by 3. Feet to yard divided by 3. Let's do an example. For example, we have this one. Convert from 20 yard to inch. 20 yard to inch. 20 yard to inch. We have just to multiply 20 by what? By 36. 20 by 36. And we'll find the results. 20 by 36 will give us 720. If we want to convert from inches to yard, so guess we have to divide 0.02 divided by 36 divided by 30. 0.02 divided by 36 will give us something like this one, which is 5.5 10 to the power 10 4. This is a scientific number. It's okay. To convert from 43 yards to feet. 43 yards to feet. A yard to feet is just to multiply by 3. So multiply this one by 3. Multiply that one only 43 ضرب 3. It will give us 129. To convert from feet to yard, just we have to divide it by 3. 65 divided by 3. It will give us what? 65 divided by 3. It will give us 21.666, something like that. Here we go again. This is from what? From mile to yard and from mile to feet. From mile to yard and from mile to feet. From mile to yard, we have to multiply by 1076. And from yards to mile, it's divided by 1076. 760. And from mile to feet, we have to multiply by 5280. And from feet to mile, we have to divide it by 5280. Let's do an example to understand. For example, we have to convert from mile to yards. So we have just to multiply 75 multiplied by 1000 and 760, and we will find the results. Just do by the calculation. Convert from yards to mile. It will be what? 0.92 divided by 1760. 1760. And you will find the results. To convert from 0.0 mile to feet, here we have to multiply by, here we have to multiply 0 by 0.05 multiply by 5280, and we find the results. But the other way round, from feet to mile, we have to divide it by 63 divided by what? By 5280. Here we go. And here the other one. This is between mile and inches. 1 mile is equal 63,360 inches. From mile to inches, we have to multiply by this number. From inches to mile, we divide it by this number. So let's take an example. So how can we convert from 76 mile to inches? Just by multiply 76 multiplied by 36,360. And from inches to mile, we just to divide 1, 2, 3 divided by 63,360 and see the results. So easy way by doing like this. And here we have what? Here we have a matrix mass or weight. وحدات الوزن, وحدات الكتلة. Here we have a milligram, gram, kilogram, and this one is a ton. Tons. what we have here the easy one, from milligram to gram gets divided by 1000. إذا سوينا العكس من الأكبر للأصغر نضرب في 1000، دائما نضرب في 1000 ونقسم في 1000 إذا من الأصغر إلى الأكبر. So for example, here we have an example. Convert 5 gram to milligram. So just 5 الأكبر للأصغر 5 multiplied by 1000. We'll find 5000. But the other one, 6678 milligram to gram. We have to what now? We have to divide it by 1000. 6678 divided by thousands. So the result will be 6.678. And the other one, 3,300 gram to kilogram. So the same things, we will divide it by 1000. And we will find the result is 3.3. 3.3. That's it, an easy way. Don't forget this one, please. From kilogram to gram, we will multiply. From gram to kilogram, we will divide it by thousands. And from milligram to gram, we will divide it by thousands. And that's it. Many thanks for you, and let me see you again.